Hello everyone, in this video I will show you some best FPS games for PC, Xbox One and PlayStation 4 in 2020. But before we start this video, make sure you subscribe to your channel Games Down and hit the bell icon for more gaming videos. So without any further ado, let's start this video. The first game of this video is Rage 2. Rage 2 takes place 30 years after the first game and sees you taking control of Walker, the last surviving ranger in a post-apocalyptic world inhabited by deadly mutants. Things kick off when Walker home is invaded and ultimately destroyed by a corrupt military group called the Authority, prompting him to seek out vengeance. The game has you using special powers called nanotrites in conjunction with high-tech weapons and gadgets. Among these is the flight stick, a boomerang-like object with deadly blades capable of slicing through enemy flesh before returning to the thrower. Next up we have Bright Memory. Bright Memory is a Steam Early Access title that follows the story of Shelia, an operative for the Natural Science Research Organization, as she tries to prevent a secret military group from bringing ancient creatures back to life to be used as weapons. Caught in the middle of a war between technology and ancient civilization, Shelia will have to use her combat training to survive long enough to uncover the truth. The gameplay is reminiscent of titles like Shadow Warrior, with an emphasis on using swords, guns, and special abilities that Shelia acquires over the course of the game. Next up we have Killing Floor 2. The Killing Floor series has been around for quite some time, with Killing Floor 2 receiving consistent updates even now in 2019. The game sees up to 6 players working together to complete a variety of mission objectives as waves of zombies, or Zeds, flood in from every direction. Featuring fast-paced and aggressive combat, KF2 is an engaging first-person shooter in which team coordination is essential, especially on higher difficulties. Since the game's 2016 release, developer Tripwire has added a plethora of new weapons and enemy types in addition to more PvE and PvP modes. Next up we have Metro Exodus. The Metro games have only gotten better with each new installment, and Metro Exodus is by far the most impressive entry in the series. Aside from upgraded current-gen graphics, the game features larger sandbox environments to research as well as a more focused story and stealth-based gameplay. You play as everyone's favorite Russian post-apocalyptic scavenger Artyom, encountering new hazards and enemies in the wasteland of the former Russian Federation. With resources extremely scarce, you'll have to make every bullet count and scour every nook and cranny for supplies to keep you in the fight. Next up we have Apex Legends. The popularity of battle royales has led several developers to throw their hat in the race and offer their take on the genre, including Respawn. Apex Legends sees 3-man squads of players dropping down on a large map consisting of swamplands, close-quarters villages, and high-tech facilities. The game is constant mad dash to collect better loot, as you search containers and enemies' bodies for that next great weapon, attachment, ammo, or armor to keep yourself alive long enough to have a chance at victory. Next up we have Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 is the most recent installment in Ubisoft's long-running FPS series. And much like a Hollywood blockbuster, it aims to take you on an exciting adventure packed with plenty of explosions and bear mauling in its open-world Montana, USA setting. Although the game been criticized for having a weak story compared to previous entries, it features refined shooting mechanics you expect from a series that's been around as long as Far Cry has. Next up we have Rainbow Six Siege. After switching to a live service model, Siege success has skyrocketed as the tactical shooter player base keeps increasing and Ubisoft Montreal consistently puts out new content. Offering a number of multiplayer modes and class-based operators, the game has built a strong foundation that has led to a thriving community of both casual and competitive players. Next up we have Overwatch. Overwatch may have not been the first hero shooter, but it's certainly the most appealing of the genre, reaching a wide audience with its colorful art style and low entry skill requirements. This is not to say the game is easy, as each hero has a specific role to fulfill and mastering a character kit can take a while. With themed holiday events throughout the year as well as new character skins and emotes to unlock, Blizzard takes several measures to ensure the game DOES and grow stale. As of today, Overwatch features 30 playable characters as well as a thriving esports community. Next up we have Prey. Prey is an open-world FPS with some stealth, survival, and RPG elements. You take on the role of Morgan Yu, a human aboard the Talos 1 space station, which becomes overrun by a species of violent aliens known as the Typhon. Your task is to survive by collecting resources and using weapons in order to defeat the Typhon and uncover the secrets behind Talos 1 history. The game offers a lot in terms of player choice. You can pick Morgan gender, what weapons and upgrades you want to utilize, and make decisions in the world that affect how the story plays out. The last game of this video is Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 manages to create a vibrant depiction of Pandora world and when compared to the first game, is much more ambitious across all fronts. Characters feel more fleshed out and have increased dialogue exchanges, new enemy types keep things interesting, and more side quests give you opportunities to explore beyond the beaten path. What bound to be most divisive for players is the game's cel-shaded art style. While textures don't always look the best, depending on your preference, the style either enhances Borderlands 2 gameplay or completely ruins it. So that's it guys, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to your channel Games Down and press the bell icon for more gaming videos.